So we are back with a brand new episode of Walkin and Talkin with Tim, and my guest today is Christine Alcavage. And Christine, I'm going to try to get this right because it's a long one, is an independent brand partner for LifeWave. Now, LifeWave is pretty cool, and I think that you should tell everybody exactly what it is you're doing with this company.
Okay, so LifeWave is a life technology company. We have patches that use your body's own infrared light to regenerate your own cells to a healthier, younger state. So who doesn't want to be healthier and younger, especially as we age?
So you're not getting older, you're getting younger.
From the inside out. You got that right.
Giddy up. So you told a story. Tell the story about your knee and how you got started.
Sure. I met a woman online on LinkedIn, and I was doing a presentation for a wellness store that I work for, and she did LifeWave.
Right.
And I asked her I said, oh my gosh, I have a partially torn meniscus. Can this possibly help me?
Right.
And she's like, I tore mine. She's like, I used these 3 patches, and she said I did mine skiing, and in 4 weeks I was back on the mountain. And I'm like, say what? And so I said, okay, how many thousands of dollars will this cost me? And
it won't.
Yeah, she was like $295, and I'm like, 100? And she's like, yeah. I said, all right, sign me up. And in 8 days, my knee shrunk back to look normal again. And in 2 more full weeks, by week 4, I was walking pain-free on my knee, and I was like, wow.
Not too bad.
This is too good.
Too good to be true.
So that's basically how I got started. And it was in the middle of COVID.
Which was even harder.
Yes.
Let's talk about how you really got started. Let's go in the time machine. You said you were born in New York.
Correct.
Actually, in Queens, right?
Yep.
And when you were 2, you moved with your family to New Jersey, North Jersey, right?
Correct.
Your dad went to work for Volkswagen, worked for them for his entire career. He ended up getting shipped down to Cherry Hill.
Yep.
Which is how you got down here.
Correct.
And you ended up living in Washington Township.
Yep. From the time I was 4.
Time you were 4, and you went to all the Washington Township schools, all that crazy stuff, and you were an athlete.
Yes, I did.
Talk a little bit about being an athlete at Washington Township.
Sure. I was always into sports growing up, and I loved flipping around, so gymnastics was one of my first sports. So I did gymnastics, basketball, softball, track, and diving.
You could have even gone to school for it, but Mom and Dad said,
yeah,
another direction.
I got a half scholarship to Glassboro State back then, now Rowan University. And my parents were like, you're not going to school to go to play sports.
So you got talked into going to Camden County College for information technology, which is basically what I do now.
No.
It's just kind of funny. And that really wasn't your jam.
No,
Yeah.
I did like it when I took a course in high school, but I also worked in the special education classroom with some of the high school kids who were multiply handicapped, and I loved it. And that's what I wanted to do, but a lot of my teachers are like, do you want to work multiple jobs your whole life? Because at that point, the starting salary was like not even $12,000. And I'm like,
well, that's a lot of money.
I'm like, I'm never going to be able to move out of my house on $12,000. So I went the IT route and worked in that field at Hussman Refrigeration for 2 years. Hated it. Not the people there, they were great, but
you didn't hate the people.
No,
but
you forget one period in the program.
What do they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, just was not my thing. And so I went back to school for teaching, which is what I always wanted to do anyway.
Roger that. We're going to bang a left right here. So, but in between there, until before you went back to school for teaching, you did lots of other things. You did bodybuilding, like you had all kinds of stuff in between. And in fact, you said you even worked at Ground Round. Yes. In between Deffert and like all kinds of different places, Kaminsky's. You had all these crazy jobs, right?
Yep.
So you did it all. You lived in Collingswood for a while.
For 5 years.
That's fun. And somewhere in there, you met Dan.
Yes.
Your husband.
Yep. I met him when I was 28. And I was having a girls' summer. We had just gone down the shore the week before and we had a blast with some of the girls I worked at Kaminsky's with. And I went to his softball game because my best friend's fiance was on his team.
Right.
And that's where we met.
And you told me that Dan was actually trying out for the Cleveland Indians at one point and threw out his shoulder while he was trying out.
Yeah,
so exactly. Dan, you could have been Wild Thing. And you know, really when you think about it, Dan. I was going to sing it for you, but it's just too much for me. But but either way, I've met Dan many times. Dan's very cool. But how fun, you know, to find out that your husband almost made it to the Cleveland Indians if he hadn't thrown out his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's got to hurt, right? Both physically and mentally, right? That's got to hurt.
This is true.
That's a hard one. So you guys meet, you get married, and then. Was this before you became a teacher or did you become a teacher afterwards?
No, I was already teaching.
You were already teaching?
Yep, I started teaching when I was 25.
Uh-huh.
And I met him when I was 28.
28. So you taught for 31 years, you said?
31 and a half, yep.
31 and a half. Let's not forget the half.
No.
And after teaching, when you stop teaching basically to help take care of your family.
Correct.
And which I'm sure if you had a chance to do it again, you'd do it all over again, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be where you are right now.
This is true.
Like everything's like, lily pad, right? You just never know where life's gonna take you.
This is true.
And you said that right during that time is when this thing started to happen. You started using Melaleuca at the advice of a friend, and that kind of led you to
that was during 2 years before I left teaching is when I started Melaleuca.
Right.
And then
the detox.
Yes.
Because you were on some kind of medicine for cholesterol that kind of gave you anaphylactic shock.
Correct. It was kind of scary. And so I had to figure out like what was wrong with me. And yeah, and we did. And I was like, I will never take another statin again, because I can control my cholesterol naturally,
right.
Which is what I do now. And actually one of the vitamins that I take called Phyto Omega lowered my cholesterol 38 points.
Wow.
So I was good.
38 points.
Mm-hmm. But after my father-in-law passed and my mother-in-law moved in, we were flipping their house and
right.
I partially tore my meniscus. And then the story continues.
With LifeWave.
Yep, that's how I got into LifeWave.
And now that's been, you said, 3 years.
A little over, yeah, like 3 years. Yeah, almost a little over 3 years ago. Yep.
Now you're the most popular networking woman in South Jersey.
I wouldn't say that, but I do go to lots of networking events.
I would say that I think I'm right on point. Between you and Keisha Taylor, I think it might be a tie.
You have to get the word out, right?
I know. And the great thing is about your business is you can sell to anyone.
Yeah, and we're in 84 different countries.
Right. There's nothing, no one you can't help with something.
Yep, and a lot of athletes use it. Michael Phelps wore them in the Olympics because they're non-transdermal. They tried to get them for doping, and you can't, because there's nothing from the patch that actually enters your body.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
Yes.
My daughter is 30. She recently moved back home. She works at the post office in Belmar.
Uh-huh.
And my son is 28. He is a project accountant for WSP up in Louisville, and he recently bought a house in Belmar.
Nice. So now, what's next for you? Like, I mean, are you going to, how do you scale a business like this? Like, how do you, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, how many, you already have a lot of clients, but how do you scale a business like this? I don't know how you would do that.
So I'm looking to connect with some different businesses, like in the holistic field, massage therapists, acupuncturists, chiropractors, naturopathic doctors, functional medicine, even gym owners, athletic trainers.
Probably a lot of gym owners, I would imagine.
Yeah, and athletes, whether they're in college or professional athletes. You want to be able to regenerate your own cells, because if you get injured, you can actually repair quicker.
Right. So how many clients do you have now? Like, is it hundreds? I mean, I imagine you probably have hundreds of clients now.
I've enrolled well over 200 people. It fluctuates.
Yeah.
So right now there's probably 100, maybe a little bit over than that. Some people use it just for a short time till they repair whatever it is that they're working on, whether it's getting rid of your wrinkles without injections, and the natural way.
Wrinkles? What wrinkles? What are you talking about?
Oh, if you could see my before picture, you could see some wrinkles. But yeah, it definitely helps with that. Energy, vitality, better sleep. I mean, who doesn't want all that stuff?
Who doesn't want better sleep? Sleep is like the most important thing, right?
That's when all your regeneration occurs. And if you're not getting those REM sleep hours, you definitely need
to look into that.
Definitely. And what was the other thing? Oh, mental clarity.
Yes.
As we age, a lot of people get brain fog.
Yes.
And this just lifts the brain fog, which is wonderful.
Yes, I definitely have brain fog now and then. So what would you say out of, since you're such an affluent networker, what would you say one of your favorite, networking groups is?
Well, I do have my own with Kelly Wernersbach and Faye Takata called At Her Fingertips.
There you go.
And it's a women's networking group. Help Everyone Rise is what the HER stands for. And we have a group of women. It's anytime, anywhere between 40 and 60 women show up.
Right.
For a free lunch, because we get it sponsored. And then we have like a philanthropic aspect. We donate to the charity of the month.
Yeah.
We're going to actually be doing a food drive for the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, that's cool.
This month, I think we're donating to, I forget the name of the charity, so sorry. It has to do with dogs and the police force.
Right.
In Marlton.
Okay.
They train the dogs.
Canines, yeah.
Yep. So that's what we're doing this month. And we will be doing a food drive for Boys and Girls Club coming up. But I love Gloucester County Chamber of Commerce.
I knew that was coming. We'll go this way.
Yep.
What's your favorite kind of music?
That's hard. We go to Jamaica every summer, so I love reggae.
Yeah.
I love country, and I love rock and roll. So I'm very eclectic when it comes to music.
All right. So if people want to get a hold of Christine Alcavage, how do they do it?
You can find me on social media, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I also have a link tree that's connected to all those accounts that you can find me. That's where my websites are if you want to connect with me, meet for one-to-one to learn more.
Sure.
That's it.
And this is how we do it, right?
This is it.
This is how we get it done. So listen, thanks for being on. And everybody out there, thanks for watching. Keep on walking, keep on moving. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and all those other things. And we will see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin'. Holding my hat.
And don't forget about Tim's walk coming up.
That's right. We do have a race coming up on May 17th. So sign up, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Okay.
Peace.